Good morning, or good afternoon. Welcome back to Gigi's Garden. Thank you, Jehovah, for this beautiful day. Again, I'm here, over here by my loofah. I can't get enough of it. I am thinking, though, about harvesting one of these young loofah because it is, let me see if I can spin this thing around. I don't know how, I got a new iPhone and I don't know how to work it. I don't know how to spin my videos around on my other phone. The icons were there, I could just spin it around. So, but this one is young and very soft. I'm thinking that I could harvest them and make one for dinner, especially this little teeny tiny one here. Look at this is the way I wanted it, envisioned this growing. I don't know if you can see all the loofah just coming through here. I don't know if you can see it all, but they're all just coming through here, coming through. Come on through. There's a bunch on just hanging down here. I imagined walking in here and just having a bunch of loofah where I could just come and cut it and things like that and grab one or two whenever I feel like it. If we were big squash eaters, I would eat a few of these. We're not really big squash eaters, so I don't really want to waste it by harvesting them small. I want to see how many I can get as big as I can get, so that way I can harvest the seeds for one, and actually make loofah sponges for the family for another. So, like right here in this little swoop, they're just coming in. So, I'm excited about them. Got nice sized ones coming in on the front. I'll be talking about these loofahs until I harvest them, so I'm sorry, guys. I'm just super stoked about the loofah. And I'm sure you, like I said before, I'm sure you can eat the leaves and the flowers too. But I'm not going to do that. But I am going to come out here and try to make sure that my trees and stuff is doing okay, because all that rain and stuff that we had the other day, I just don't like the way these leaves look sometimes, but I don't know. So this will be my first time growing fruit trees. So I'm just going to let them figure it out and see how it goes. But these guavas, man, they're doing great. These are both pineapple guavas. And this one actually is doing better than that one. And I'm thinking because that one was shaded and all that overgrowth. So I think it'll do better now that it's like getting full sun and everything. They're both in the exact same dirt and the same exact line. It's just that one was overshadowed with all that growth, all that coverage and things like that. So, and my little pecan stick. I'm glad I didn't give up on you. And I also got some lemon balm growing in there. I don't know where that came from, but I'm glad it's there. Yeah, I have wild lemon balm growing through here, through this whole yard. And of course, my goji berries. Tomorrow I'll be harvesting some of these. Goji berries have a lot of seeds in the berries, and I didn't know that. So I'm going to just let a few sprinkle around here to see if I can get more goji berries to grow next year, and I think I'll be excited about that. Again, my poor Jamaican sorrow that I never picked up. But the loofah is actually supporting it, so it's not laying all the way down. So we're just gonna let that happen. Remember I told you guys my Cody cut down my comfrey? He did, but guess what? It's grown back. He cut comfrey all the way down, it comes back every time. Yep. So I'm very excited. Not only is the loofah doing excellent, my turmeric, I should be able to harvest plenty of turmeric out of here this year. Once it start getting cold and start dying back, I'm gonna go ahead and dig a few of them up. I'm thinking that I'm gonna put some in the house, and I got some grow bags, so I'm gonna put them in the house because I don't want to kill them or don't want them to die after they have spread this far. And that along with my my ginger. Sorry, ginger as well. But this is the problem. This is how come I bought the beneficial nematodes. And I sprayed them all in here too, so. But look how this plant is just dying. So when the grubs are heavy in your beds, and we had a terrible problem with those June bugs and Japanese beetles and things like that this year and last year as well. But when they're heavy, when they lay their eggs and their grubs in your bed, it destroys your brassicas because it eats them from the bottom. So that's one thing why I bought the beneficial nematodes. That's why I sprinkled them in here. So that way I could eliminate some of this problem. I will be getting some more beneficial nematodes and doing it again because I don't know how much you have to put in before it actually helps. So I will actually do a little bit of research on that as well. Like, and can I spray it in my yard because my chickens are in my yard heavy? Should I spray it in there to kill those grubs because they like to eat them if they can find them? So that's one thing I do worry about, how they will affect my animals. Here, you looking for tomatoes? Let me give Top Boy some tomatoes. There you go. Hey. Ouch! Stop it. Here's some more. I let them reaching through trying to get the tomatoes. Here. They're only going to waste anyway. So give them to the chickens. Turn them into eggs. That's what we're doing. We're turning tomatoes into eggs right now. Yep. They like them. There's a bunch of tomatoes in here. Well, let's get them. Let's get them and give it to them. Here. I just harvested a bunch of them the other day too. Yeah. I still have so many green. Look at these green cherry tomatoes on this bush. Wow, there's so many. And these ones is in. Well, they'll be real ripe tomorrow. I'll give them to them tomorrow. But that was one of the things I wanted to do, to let the cherry tomatoes grow up against the fence. So when they grow inside let them grow inside there and let the chickens have at it free range. Many tomatoes as they want to eat. They want them, they can have them. Tomatoes are good for your chickens. Mine love them. I don't know what I want to do. Oh, my next project. I will be building a wall around this cage. It's gonna be my next project. I am gonna pull everything that's in here up. This is all mostly weeds anyway, and cherry tomatoes. So I'm gonna pull all that up. I'm gonna build a nice little wall around it and fill it up with dirt. And again, I'm gonna cut back these elderberries. I'm gonna take and put them in the woods so that way they can grow in the woods, because they're about to take over the garden, which is a good and bad thing. So I can't have them out competing with everything else. But look what else is taking over. Now this is my first year ever growing dahlias. I planted 2 tubers right there. This all right here is dahlias. And they are, look at that, flowering. There is buds all over these dahlias. And they are spreading. And they're getting ready to start fighting with the mint. So we're gonna see who wins. I really, really, really wanted more flowers in my garden. The dahlias are taking over. The cone flowers are taking over. I got cone flowers spread it to 3 or 4 different places in the garden. And half of these beans over here, I don't know where these beans came from. Why are they in the walkway? One just came up in the walkway. I just let it go. So, I don't know. Look, more cherry tomatoes. These cherry tomatoes are still going strong. So, we're going to let them go. I won't let them go until they can't go no more. They love them. Making eggs with your cherry tomato. And I'm going to have 10,000 cherry tomato plants next year. I am. 10,000, I bet you. Because they're just falling on the ground everywhere. Last year they just came up everywhere. I didn't plant all these cherry tomatoes. I think I planted 1 or 2 last year and planted a couple this year. But I turn around, there's like 40 of them in the yard from that, just throwing them over. So there's like 40 cherry tomato plants in the yard, loaded with green tomatoes, and just doing well. I don't know. Well, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go. But you have a wonderful day. Remember, be smarter than what you're working with, and be kind. It's free.